Do you remember the smell of bread from your childhood? That warm, golden crust, the soft crumb, and the joy of breaking a fresh loaf at the kitchen table? Today, we're not just baking bread, we're bringing back memories. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you. Let's start with the base of everything, the flour and the starter. I'm using regular wheat flour, about 300 grams, but you can use a mix of spelt and rye if you like a deeper flavor. Just remember, the darker the flour, the denser the bread. And for those who avoid gluten, try oat or buckwheat flour, but you'll need to add psyllium husk to bind the dough. Now, we're not using commercial yeast today. Instead, I've mixed warm water, about 50 milliliters, with 1 egg, a bit of sugar, salt, and yogurt. This gives the dough a natural rise and a gentle, almost sourdough-like taste. I also add a little apple cider vinegar and baking soda. Together, they help activate the fermentation. No waiting for days, this is faster and the bread still tastes amazing. As we stir this together, here's a quick tip. Always sift your flour. It adds air and makes the dough softer. And adding just 40 grams of cornstarch, that's my trick for tenderness. The dough stays light but has a nice structure. Okay, now time to get your hands in there. Sprinkle the table with flour and knead until it's smooth and not sticky, about 5 to 6 minutes. This is the part where you can put on some music or just think. I often use this time to catch up with my kids. They always have something funny to say. Once the dough is ready, cover it and let it rest. And now, sugar. 520 grams, or about 2.5 cups. Yes, it sounds like a lot, but remember, we're making a syrup, not a dough. Add it to a saucepan with 600 milliliters of water. That's roughly 2.5 cups too. To balance the sweetness, squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. This little splash of acid gives the syrup a gentle tang and keeps it from being cloying. It's one of those tricks my husband taught me. He loves everything with a lemony twist. Stir it all together until the sugar dissolves. Once it comes to a boil, reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 25 minutes. No need to stir constantly. Just check in from time to time like you would with a sleepy toddler. Sprinkle your work surface with flour. Don't be shy, better too much than too little. Now take that rested dough and divide it into 12 equal parts. You can use a kitchen scale, but I usually eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just like life. Roll each piece into a ball. This part is fun. Even my kids love helping. They say it's like making Play-Doh, only tastier. Dust each ball with a bit of cornstarch and start rolling them out as thin as you can. Think of it like stretching a story. The thinner it gets, the more layers it holds. And don't worry if the edges aren't perfect, those rustic shapes make it charming. Once all the sheets are ready, stack them gently with cornstarch in between so they don't stick. Then roll them all together into one big sheet. Keep turning it as you go. This helps keep the edges even and the shape round. Now, tightly roll the whole sheet into a log, just like a cinnamon roll. Cut it into slices about a finger thick, and here's the magic. Each slice is a swirl of layers waiting to crisp up in the oven. It already looks beautiful, doesn't it? While I'm rolling out the dough, let's have a little kitchen chat. Tell me honestly, how often do you bake your own bread? Once a week, once a year, or maybe never? That's okay. Today could be your first time. This part takes a bit of patience, rolling each sheet as thin as possible. But trust me, the thinner you go, the flakier the layers. And if the edges look uneven, don't worry. Homemade bread isn't about perfection, it's about heart. By the way, how would you rate this recipe so far? On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give it? Be honest, I can take it. While I roll, let me share a tip. If your rolling pin sticks to the dough, dust it lightly with flour or wrap it in a piece of clean cloth. That's something my aunt taught me years ago. She used to say, if the dough behaves, the bread will too. And friends, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to support my channel. Click the like button, it's totally free and it helps a lot. And hey, don't leave without subscribing. Who's here for the first time? Hit that red button so you don't miss more warm, simple recipes like this one. Back to the dough, layer by layer, we're building something beautiful here. I always say, you don't need a bakery, just good hands and a little patience. The magic is already happening. Now here's a little trick from my grandma. If the dough starts to dry while you work, cover the rest with a towel to keep it soft. She used to say, a covered dough is a happy dough. And let's take a moment. Where in the world are you watching from? Write your city in the comments. I love knowing where my recipes travel. Also, do you think this recipe looks easy enough to try? Or are you just here to watch and save it for someday? Be honest, I won't judge. I do that with workout videos all the time. Take each slice and gently flatten it, just a bit, to about the size of a tea plate. Not too thin, not too thick, like a good pancake on a lazy Sunday morning. Now the fun part, the filling. I'm using walnuts today, roughly chopped. You can toast them lightly if you want deeper flavor. No walnuts at home? Hazelnuts or almonds work great too, and for a nut-free version, try raisins or chopped dried apricots. My daughter prefers the sweet ones, while my son just picks out the filling and eats the dough. Every family has one, right? Place a spoonful of filling, fold the edges over like a little pouch, and pinch them closed. Place each piece seam side down on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Once they're all tucked in, melt 160 grams of butter, about 1 1/3 sticks. Generously brush each bun. This is what makes that golden crust and rich flavor. Bake in a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius or 340 degrees Fahrenheit for about 60 to 70 minutes. Your kitchen will start smelling like a bakery in Paris, or maybe just like your grandmother's kitchen. Either way, it's pure magic. As soon as they come out of the oven, pour the cooled syrup over the hot buns. The sound it makes, that gentle sizzle, means you did everything right. Let them rest for 2 to 3 hours, if you can wait that long. It helps the flavors blend and the texture becomes unbelievably soft and tender. And now they're ready. Look at that. Golden, tender, soaked in syrup, but still holding their shape. When you break one open, the layers, the crunch, the warmth, it's like a hug from the past. Take a bite. It's buttery, sweet, and just a little tangy from the lemon syrup. The kind of flavor that makes you pause for a second and smile without realizing. You know what this reminds me of? Sunday mornings when my mom would bake and the whole house smelled like something was about to happen. Something good. We didn't need fancy desserts, just warm bread, butter, and time together. So, will you try this recipe? Want to say thanks? Just tap that thanks button below the video. It means the world to me. And hey, how many points out of 10 would you give this recipe? Go on, tell me honestly. See you soon, friends, and may your kitchen always smell like home.